to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for your support of me. Especially a big thank you to everyone who supports each other in the comment section too, because I read your comments. I don't get a chance to interact with each one, but I do notice when you guys are really supporting each other. And so I really am so happy that, because that's the space I wanted to create in the first place, was just a place where we can all gather, because we're all struggling with the same themes in life. We're all struggling on the same journey. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being such wonderful souls to me and to each other. And if you have found yourself here for the first time, please join us. Grab yourselves a cup of tea, get cozy, and we'll have a little chat, because we're all friends when we gather at my table. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so maybe you're into tarot, or maybe you're just here for the first time because you're curious. But please welcome us and please welcome and please join us, and be sure to drop your comment below any of my readings actually this month for your chance to win a free reading with me. So and hit your notification bell so that I can actually contact you if you are chosen the winner. But today's pick a card reading is all about the person on your mind and whether or not you can trust them. Are they a trustworthy person? This can be a situation with a coworker, with a friend, with a lover. Maybe you're just dating someone, you've met someone, you want to know if you can trust this person. So we have 3 piles to choose from today. Today we're using cards from the Enchanted Blossom Oracle deck. But we have pile number 1 here with the blue aragonite. We have pile number 2 with the hematite palm. And we have pile number 3 with the red carnelian palm. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you today, there may be a message waiting from Spirit, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, we're asking Spirit today if the person on your mind is trustworthy, if you can trust them or not. Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the blue aragonite stone. And your card today is the beginnings card, the daffodil. So you may just be beginning a relationship, or maybe you just met this person and you maybe have been hurt before. So you're really guarded and you really want to make sure, is this person actually worth my effort, worth my time? This is emphasizing the start of something new, and how can we help it grow? It does emphasize really focusing on positives and seeing new beginnings as a fresh start. So you may feel like kind of conflicted about whether or not this is a positive beginning, but we'll see. You could just have met this person maybe. So let's see. What does Spirit say about this situation? Is this person a trustworthy person, Spirit? Can pile 1 trust this person? We have the 10 of Wands. The Devil. So there is this feeling of carrying a lot of heavy insecurity with us where we go from the recent past. It could even not even be the recent past. It may have stemmed for a long time, perhaps. And this could have stemmed even in multiple different scenarios where you felt like you were disappointed. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. The 2 of Cups. Back of the deck is the Page of Cups. It does feel so brand new. It feels like a fresh beginning that kind of popped up for you unexpectedly, and you weren't ready. It's like your heart space definitely wasn't ready, because it's very closed off here with the 2 of Swords in the present energy, and it is being fueled by all of this expectancy of failure, because that's what you've experienced in the past, or you've experienced people who have not been open and honest with you, and it's like, I just heard, I don't want to be the last to know. It's like, I always feel like I'm the last to know. I do not want to be made a fool of. And that sort of energy can feel so restrictive to us when we are seeing something that has so much potential, and we are fueled with all of these fears that don't actually hold any water, but that, sorry, my throat's closing, that don't actually hold water in truth, but it holds power over us regardless. So let's take a look at the clarifying cards here. I'm always move it over so we have more space. We have the Massacre of Daggers, the King of Swords. I do feel like there could have been an air elegant, and you can even see it's a clown that you were dealing with in the past. He thought he was, you know, perhaps the top tier of an individual, but they treated you and you felt kind of like a fool because of the pain that you've been through. There's like even blood on the sword. You were stabbed in the back. So no wonder that you carry a little bit of tension or anxious energy with you. The Nine of Swords. The Three of Wands. Spirit says it can be very, very tempting for us to look at every opportunity with really kind of narrowed eyes and a lot of suspicion, especially when we've been through so much, because it's truly a reflection of the inner dissonance that is still present in us, these bones that we refuse to pick or that we still need to pick with the past. And it has nothing really to do with the potential of the future. It all has to do with these bones from the past that still need a little bit of picking, that are causing all of this overthinking in the situation. We have the Knight of Wands. And I feel like this person too is like, they're eager. They feel eager. They may even come across as a little bit too kind of confident sometimes as well, which might kind of throw you off too. But I feel like you're really attracted to them because they are actually reflecting the version of yourself that you want to see in yourself right now. They reflect this exuberance, this excitement for the future. And the Knight of Wands is also your indication from Spirit here that you don't have a lot to fear here, except for the fear itself that is already inside of you. So it's this entering into this unknown is actually being touted as kind of a double mission for you in this sense, because it's you communicating to the universe that you are not letting the past define you and you're not letting it hold you back from this really great opportunity. And Spirit is really adamant here that it may take baby steps for you to clear out all of that clutter, but they're asking you to in this case, because they say that this new beginning for you is sparking a new beginning for you, and not just the new beginnings in a relationship which is forming, but also the new beginnings of your emotional heart space opening up. And you deserve that. You deserve to lead from a heart space of love because you have a really good heart. And I think that it was taken advantage of perhaps in the past, and that communicates a lot about this clown and doesn't communicate anything about you and what you deserve, because you deserve a really good experience. And this is something that Spirit says could actually lead to commitment for some, and that this person has reliability behind them, and there's a sense of strength that you never knew in past connections here too with this person. They say that this person is actually very, very dependable, and you will see that as you take the steps forward, but they say you'll never know if you don't try. And so our guides will sometimes, when we experience this pain in the past and we feel like never again, I'm never going to let myself fall again, your guides are going to whisper in your ear, why don't you try one more time? Just this one more time. And they're going to say that to you every single time. So they're always going to be there encouraging you to keep looking forward. In this case, they say, though, that a lot of this worry and fear is going I don't want to say unrealized. It's just, it's not going to amount to anything. So it's really being wasteful in this moment. And they're encouraging you to explore this. They really think that this has a lot of weight. This new beginning has the potential. If you keep that, that's the thing. It's really determinant upon how open your heart space is and the practical steps that you take to power through this fear. Because ultimately the Hermit is gaining mastery over this emotional onslaught. He's getting his feet planted firmly on the ground. He's heading in a new course towards freedom, towards healing, towards clarity. But we have to start taking it. We have to give into the temptation to move forward, to change. And so they are encouraging that here. They say that this person is trustworthy. They are nothing like this person that you're experienced in the past, this clown. They're nothing like that. This is someone who is focused, very focused, and somebody who will ultimately be you'll find over the course of time that they're very dependable and protective. There's a protective element here to this Emperor. We have the Wall. So the same wall that has been built up for us here, that we built up for ourselves to protect ourselves, is now the wall that's going to keep love out if we don't start tearing down those walls brick by brick or open up that door. Because this temptation, and it feels like a temptation with this Knight of Wands, because he feels really exuberant, or there's something really charismatic about this individual. It's a temptation that Spirit says has a lot of potential, and they're just asking you to take a bite, because it's the key to your transformation, actually, both logistically and practically in your experience in life, but also emotionally for you. It could be transformative. So we have the toad on the back of the deck, and that is a symbol of grotesque humor. So there's this sense of having a lot of pain from the past, but we're going to be able to look back on it and laugh. We're going to be able to look back on it and laugh, because we'll be glad that we took the steps that we took. So your guides are very adamant that this person has a lot of potential if you want to enter into this connection. And this, again, I just looked at the swans, and swans mate for life. So there's a feeling of commitment, perhaps not for everyone watching, because this is a collective reading, but there's commitment with the Ten of Pentacles, and you building up a strong foundation of not just physical things, which is here, but also a strong foundation of stability and dependability, which you deserve and you're ready for. We have Peacock Spirit, let it shine, let that heart space shine. If we can conquer this insecurity, we can conquer our fears, and we can gain the world. I just heard green light. Green light. We have turn knowledge into wisdom. So the pain that you've had in the past, it doesn't have to go to waste. This experience doesn't have to go to waste. You can use it to help fuel your energy forward. You can transmute that fear and this insecurity into something powerful, so that you can take something negative that you experience and have a huge turnaround and have something positive come out of it. Back of the deck says, Wasp Spirit, sometimes life stings. And that is definitely a fact in life. We cannot always control all of other people's actions towards us. We can't control if people decide to take actions that could hurt us. All we can do is accept sort of the energy, the onslaught of this emotion, and let it flow over us like a wave. To acknowledge the pain, but not let it hold us back from any sort of good potential, which is what they see here for you, pile one. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number one. Advice for this new relationship. I love good news. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Death reverse. We started with the Page of Cups. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but we also have Virgo and Taurus very, very strong here too. Capricorn, very strong earth element, Libra. So we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Death reverse, and we have the Page of Cups. Now in this case, the Five of Pentacles is reversed in the bowl, as is the Death. And so there's this emphasis on new hope and new beginnings coming in with this rebirth if we allow it. But the Death is reversed because we feel like a lot of our hope is waning, and if some of our hope was destroyed a little bit in the past here, which thrust us into this Five of Pentacles. But Spirit says mourning is done, and this is a new opportunity to let some water back in, to let some emotion in, because if we're closing up our heart chakra, we're going to get thirsty really, really fast. In the bowl, we have the letter T. We have here the Ten of Wands. So we had that with the beginning of your reading, this fear of the unknown, the burdens that you're carrying. It's like a weight of the world. We have this temptation with the mermaid. And we have the attraction. So you're really attracted to this person. And I don't blame you. I feel like they're really attractive on a physical level, but also their energy seems really exciting. We have the whale tail, going with the flow, surrender the past. We have Minnie Mouse. And the Minnie, I think of children. So there could be children in your life, for instance. That could be part of the reason why you've built up so many strong walls. Some of your pain could have been implemented in childhood as well. We have the dragonfly, though. It's about transformation that we're hungry for, and it means changing directions and choosing a new path for ourselves away from this despair. And then we have two horses, freedom, and we always have a choice. And it's a reminder, too, that if someone in your past caused you pain, that was their decision. And that was their choice, and you couldn't control that outcome. All you could do was control your response to it. So we don't want to become a prisoner to someone else's decisions and have that hold us back from our future, because then that communicates that they still have that power over us. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for that free reading with me. You can also check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I also post on Instagram different little collective readings, just little posts about my day. And I also offer a chance to win a free mini read over there on occasion too. So you might want to check out that link. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you come back and visit me at another day at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile 2. You are drawn to the hematite. And your card today is the Wisdom card here. This is from the Oracle of Enchanted Blossoms, and the Wisdom card really speaks to this encouragement to step outside of your experience to gain wisdom, no matter where you're planted. It asks you to draw wisdom upon past experiences that could be hurtful or even joyful, and to be able to apply them to new opportunities, for instance. And it encourages us to explore paths that are opening up to us so that we can experience all of the different consequences of our actions too. So let's take a look here and see. Is this person trustworthy? And to rely upon your wisdom and your inner intuition to help to guide your truth as well. Is this person trustworthy? King of Pentacles. The Two of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. Back of the deck is the Knight of Wands. And we have the Devil. I'm going to clarify this with a different deck. Is this person trustworthy for pile number 2, please? The person on pile number 2's mind. Are they trustworthy? We have the Devil. The Eight of Wands. The Six of Cups. There's a feeling of like really wrapping this person up in a nostalgic bubble. We want to see them in the best possible light as possible. And it's like, this could be a friendship situation even that has moved into something a little bit more. And they could have a bit of a reputation, for instance, as to their past. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Back of the deck is the Nine of Swords. And we have the World with the Death energy. And I want to clarify here a little bit. There is this feeling here of temptation being a big problem potentially in the future of this situation. That does pose a risk to the current environment. And as much as we want to kind of put rose-colored glasses on certain connections, on certain people, sometimes those rose-colored glasses will hide the red flags that we need to see at times too. The Knight of Cups and the High Priestess. Back of the deck is Strength. And it's interesting because I'm getting a message of them really trying to stop themselves from giving into temptations. And they may have a bit of a habit to seek out attention to bolster their ego a little bit. And I feel like there's a little bit of a reputation perhaps with this person that you're privy to or you're aware of, which makes you feel vulnerable, makes you overthink, and makes you worry about this situation and about this person. Now, ultimately, Spirit says this person It's not that they would attempt to hurt on purpose, of course. That's never anybody's intention. They just lead from this impulse energy, and this person has impulse control problems. They could have a bit of an addictive personality, for instance, and addictions can come in many, many different forms. We can be addicted to all sorts of things. Even attention sometimes can be really, really addictive. So there is this pressure that builds up under the surface of this connection that does play upon our heartstrings a little bit, and it asks us to really think about our emotions versus our logic, or versus our higher self represents our intuition, you know, and so there's this desire to kind of release our expectations here, because the Four of Swords, you can see it's supposed to be very meditative and healing in its properties, but she looks like she's struggling with it. And there's this sense of a truth that does hit. And we have the Ten of Swords twice. So it's asking us to release our expectations here of this person. And to let go of an idea that our heart has become transfixed upon, that perhaps we are the one who can change this person, or we're the key to success here. The truth is that this person has been brought to many different opportunities to be able to. They've had many different moments in their life where they've been tempted by something, and they usually do fall into those temptations. It's not that they're purposefully, again, trying to hurt. This is just the stage of life that they may be in at this time, and they won't stay there forever. But Spirit said it could indicate a little bit of a frustration for you. And ultimately, they're saying here with the Queen of Swords that you may decide not to participate moving forward, but I am getting a message for someone that there could be some moments of upheaval in your relationship that the two of you will work through. Ultimately. So even if there are moments where they're not 100% trustworthy, for someone, this could actually be the moment for them to be able to break through and to create new habits for themselves, because it gives them that opportunity to do so. And I feel like at least somebody watching, their person, will be able to do that. But for the collective energy, there is this overhauling emphasis on the lesson that comes through because of this situation. And so it does afford us the ability to see things more clearly and to trust in our intuition, because you may have been drawn to ask that question about this person, because even though you want to put them in a rosy colored glow, you are privy to some of their habits and how they sometimes react to temptations. And so they are sometimes driven by that ego to, you know, to act impulsively towards those temptations, and then they have to face the consequences of that. And in this case, the consequences could be you saying enough is enough with this Queen of Swords. Now, there's the options within that consequence that you'll say, okay, we'll work on it. But and again, it'll take time to clear out that clutter and to kind of shift and form new habits for ourselves. So they are indicating here that this person will show certain degrees of untrustworthiness, but I feel like they will try to not give into that. It's not that they don't value you, because I feel like that's why they try hard, because you set yourself different. It's like you're different than the rest. It's like a friendship energy or a permanent love energy. You are different from the rest, so they do try to choose a different direction, and they try to not give into that carrot that's being dangled in front of them. Ultimately, though, there is this sense of release of that expectation over time. And then we have this necessity for healing. So Spirit says that they may not be as trustworthy as we want them to be, unfortunately. We have the Fool. Now, for someone watching, Spirit's still saying you may still want to leap into this. You may still want to, because there's an investment here, because the future is fluid and we can work with these energies. You know, we can look at what we're seeing in the future and we can say, okay, how can I resolve to heal anything in the present that I have control over? What can I do? Maybe I release expectations. Maybe I don't. Maybe we have this open scenario, for instance. There can be solutions for people if they want to find solutions, for instance. So for someone watching, their guides are still encouraging them to follow the inclinations of your heart. If you're still feeling compelled to continue on this road to see where it leads, then by all means, we follow that road. Nothing will go to waste. There's the Queen of Swords, and they're really saying that nothing is going to go to waste here. You could be an Aquarius, actually, that you're going to be able to grab on and get lessons here that will help you in the next chapter as well. So here's that Page of Pentacles. And there's the Ace of Wands. This Page of Pentacles is talking about new, fresh opportunities. new, fresh, and maybe you're just communicating with this person right now. We haven't really entered into something serious, and that's why you want to know where this could be headed. Two. We do have the Justice. And this particular Justice, you can see that it looks really murky, and a lot of the truth is being kind of suppressed below that surface. So there is a little bit of murkiness in accordance with the truth here and enlightenment. And someone's afraid of the cause and effect of their actions coming to the surface. We have the Snail. It came out reversed, but the Snail is all about movement and slow growth, that this person will not always be in this light, that they will eventually become this King of Pentacles, but he has to combat his fears and his insecurities to get there. And some of this combatant means having to overcome addictions and habits that they've become really used to. We have here the Noose on the back of the deck. And this is a symbol of self-sabotage and somebody who could sabotage their efforts in the future. Pile 2, please, advice. We have the Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Nothing will go to waste, as Spirit has already said with the Star energy. If you're like, I'm going for it, I want to go for it. Spirit's like, then you go for it. And there's a lot of excitement in accordance with this connection. Like there's a lot of, even the Knight of Wands, he wants to charge in with excitement to explore. And that's what we do when we're on this spiritual vacation, is we go on detours. We have the Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. We have the Hanged Man energy here with the bat too. But the 5 does indicate that we could reach challenges here. But they also are saying that, again, there's this sense of surrender to the situation, to the opportunity, because it's bringing about really important lessons for us. We have here a Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. And there's a feeling of healing coming after this. And there's a feeling of success for you overall. That's what they want you to understand, is that there's this rebirth coming for you anyway, and they see you in a very stable situation where you're feeling really appreciated and really secure, the Queen of Coins. So they don't want you to worry too much about your future overall, because they see you in a very solid situation. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile 2. Advice for pile number 2 in the bowl. Page of Cups. This could be something brand new. Page of Cups came out in the last bowl as well. We have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the Death energy. So this Page of Cups is talking about a fresh beginning out of the blue, and then we have the Death energy. It has the potential to kind of create this huge rebirth in your life, and we see new beginnings being sprouted, or it's like a domino effect towards the success that ultimately you will achieve. But we do have the 5 of Pentacles in the future position, which can indicate that there are a lot of lessons to be afforded to both of you on this path. Some of them might lead to disappointment. We have Beauty and we have Sun. We have the letter C. We have here the 3 music notes. I do think about expansion and third party. We have the Marijuana, Charm. We have the Pegasus, Freedom. We always have a choice. I see the Skull and Crossbones. I think of piracy and somebody who's trying to make off with something that doesn't belong to them. I think of like the pirate booty. We have the Monkey on our back, so worries on our back, on our shoulders. We have the Hatchet, the letter P, and we have Gemini. Lots of attraction here. All right. That is what I have for you today, my loves. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. You can check out my links below as well for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the red carnelian palm. Or to this card, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, are they trustworthy or not? You chose the Serenity card today, and this is from the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle. And this may have been a really good choice for you, because the Serenity card really speaks about a mixture of seriousness and honesty and cultivating a quality to help grow and develop into who we are meant to be. So this could be a really good sign that this person on your mind is trustworthy, but we will see what Spirit has to say. So let's take a look here. For pile 3, their person, please. Person on their mind. Are they a trustworthy person? Can they be trusted? Ace of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands does not like being held back. She doesn't like waiting. We have the Four of Pentacles, and there's already this feeling of insecurity inside of you. Ace of Wands. Back of the deck is the Seven of Cups, and we have the King of Pentacles. And there's this feeling of confusion over this option, and it's like this opportunity that I feel like you're really drawn to and you're really excited about in some regard. But there's also this kind of fear mindset that's hitting us up as well because of past situations. And there's like this opportunity to take a leap of faith, and we may feel inspired to do so because I feel like this person's really attractive. They could be really physically attractive, for instance. And so there's this pressure to reveal the truth, and you're being pulled in different directions. Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. You know, your guides are very adamant here already. Even before I finish putting down my clarifying cards, your guides are adamant that you'll never know unless you try. They're so adamant. That's what I keep hearing, is that you'll never know unless you give it a shot. And so we can sit and pontificate upon the attraction as much as we want to, and focus upon it and crush upon this person and really let our imagination run wild. Or we can involve ourselves and live the life that we're looking at and dreaming about. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Swords. Back of the deck is the Four of Swords, and we have the Eight of Cups. There's the Death energy. I don't even know where to put that. That's too hot. I'll put it right here. So what's interesting about this particular Death energy is you can see it looks like the Santa Muerte skull, and it's all painted up. So the skull is a symbol of grief and transition sometimes, but this one's all painted. So it feels a lot more jovial, for instance, and the Death is really speaking about rebirths for you. Spirit feels your insecurity, and they say that they want you to give this a shot. They say that only time will tell if this person is trustworthy, and they feel like he really is, because this Seven of Pentacles is the potential that we're sitting on, and it has the potential, if we can plant that seed afraid, to grow something huge for you. And to, in this case, the Queen of Swords is clear cutting away from emotionally unfulfilling situations and healing from the past. It's like a more comfortable walk that you're going to end up walking in, because even here with the lavender, the Four of Swords, the Crocs in the corner just got my attention. And there's this feeling of protection and safety and comfort coming in for you in the new phase with this opportunity. So they understand where your hesitation is coming from, because they see the overthinking and the worry and the fear, but they hope that this temptation is strong enough to pull you out of that so that you can apply new force and you can make a tentative plan with practical steps and stop putting it off. Stop putting it off, opening up your heart space, because the Two of Pentacles is talking about an imbalance that can be cured and healed up in the future if we follow this spark. So they are indicating that this person is bringing forth really true, sincere energy, and that they are very trustworthy. In fact, the King of Pentacles here, the Spirit says if we surrender to this exploration and just enjoy ourselves, with time he's going to prove himself. He or she will prove themselves to be very, very trustworthy and dependable, and somebody that you may want to ultimately commit to and commit with if you choose that path down the road. But they are encouraging this new path exploration because it could lead to so much more abundance for you, and you'll be happy that you did. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who is in an enviable position and who had to put the work in to get herself there. So there's this feeling of you holding yourself back, of fierce independence coming in from the Queen of Wands. And that may be what you're used to, but this is an opportunity to collaborate. This is an opportunity to heal and open up that heart space a little bit. The Spirit says that this could turn into a really long-standing relationship if you allow yourself and give yourself the freedom to grow here. And that's what they're calling it, is a freedom to grow. They feel your emotions pulling you in different directions, And in this case, they want you to power through and fight those emotions a little bit. Give in to this temptation. It can lead to so much change. Of course, that's your choice. They always bring forward, it's always your choice. They give you the perspective from the higher realms, and then they expect you to make a discernible decision and choose which path you want to take. We have here the solitude. It's coming out reversed. And there's a loneliness inside with this. It reminds me of the Hermit in the reversal. There's a heartbreak here that does make you a little gun shy to take flight in this situation. And some of those heartbreaks could have been from a very long time ago, potentially. But the only way to heal from heartbreak is to refocus our energy elsewhere. And not all two energies are created the same. And so this person is not like the people in the past who hurt you. There is a lot of dependability coming in with this King of Pentacles. And truly, this person is someone I feel like could hold you down while you take flight. Like there's something about the stability here and how creative you are. I feel like you guys are very much opposites, but that's why there's such a strong attraction here. And instead of drawing upon the emotion that's pulling you in different directions, that's why the Queen of Swords asks you to draw upon logic instead. And she raises her awareness to the higher realm so that she can see the spark and she can see where it could lead her in a positive expectancy. And we have bravery. She's waist deep in the murk here, but she has the power to get herself out of that. So this is just testing your strength. It's testing your resolve. And it's fueling your inner power ultimately. Ultimately, they do feel like if you choose to continue on this path with this person, that you will feel, everything will reveal itself in time with anyway, so you don't have to worry about that because time will show you how dependable this person is. It's not that it won't be a work, you know, it's always work in a relationship at some point where we have to put in effort, you know, on both ends, but Spirit is really liking this person's energy. They seem very trustworthy. We have here, be flexible. Number 19, be flexible with your expectations here. You can see the plowed laneways in the back remind me of the Knight of Pentacles. And as I said, this person is dependable. If they say they're going to text you, they will text you. If they say they're going to be home by 5:30, they might be home by 5:32, but they will be home around that time because they're a reliable person. They do want, you know, ultimately they want commitments. This is the type of goals they have. This is a very grounded person. They could be a Taurus because there's a very protective element surrounding this person too. And as I said, if we're flexible, the potential here holds so much. If we keep our head high and follow the sun and we're flexible with our expectations, and we just explore this the way that it's intended to be explored by seizing the day and finding joy in the journey, this could lead to commitments, like physical commitments coming in. So they're asking you to surrender to it. Surrender your fear at the same time and let it pass over you and see where this leads you, because it just may lead you to something amazing that you're going to be really happy that you're a part of. We have the Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. It's about gaining mastery over our manifestations by taking the active steps, the practical steps, not just the fantastical thoughts. It's about taking the spark and turning it into something, because everything that was ever invented in the world was once just an idea that was brought into fruition by someone's practical actions. And that's what they're asking you to do here too. We also have here, Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured if you surrender to your insecurities here. So that's really what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to let go of your fear. They're asking you to let go of your expectations and to just go with the flow here. Because surrendering is communicating to the universe that you're ready for more and you're ready for that rebirth that Spirit says this can bring about for you. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. Advice for pile 3 in the bowl, please. Advice for pile number 3 in the bowl. We have the Temperance. We have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So you could be stressing out a little bit about this opportunity here. And there's this feeling of it's like struggling because of the past lessons that we've had. We're struggling with this opportunity, even though it's a really great opportunity. We may be overlooking it a little bit, but that's why the Four of Cups came out reversed, because they're asking you for a different outlook this time, or to look at it a second time. If you've kind of bypassed this opportunity, time to take a second look, because the Temperance is talking about finding joy in the journey right along with this new inspired path. And it's this collaborative effort. It's like the two of you mixing together in order to create that joy. So they're really adamant that this person is trustworthy. They are filled with sincerity with their expectations and what they want out of life, and that this could be a soft place for you to land. We have here, I will hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. And I feel like I just heard like till death do us part. So there could be commitments for someone here. We have L and M. We have made with love, hiding behind the Temperance card. Made with love, children. Perhaps in the future of the connection, we have the flat shell Empress. For someone watching, some of our fear of commitments and moving forward could be because we weren't experiencing an abundance of love from our mother figure. That's coming forward for someone specific. So please take that as it resonates. We have here the blue fish bones. I think about the masculine energy and releasing old cycles. So if you've experienced pain with masculine energies in the past, it's time to close off those cycles to usher in brand new beginnings. And to release our expectations too. They want us to explore this. They want us to enjoy ourselves. And if we apply too much expectancy on a situation, we'll lose the joy of the moment. We have here the rabbit holding on to, from Alice in Wonderland, late for a very important date. And it's this rabbit that wants to go exploring. And he's holding onto the trumpet that reminds me of the judgment energy. So this could be the key to new beginnings and being able to change directions. Transformation, expansion is so possible here if we're willing to work for it and to actually enter into this, because there's the pine cone of potential too. Cancer energy in the bull. And we have the Holy Family. I'm telling you, there could be a lot of commitments in the future of this situation. We also have 6 honey cells that are filled up. So I think about balance, and I think about unions, and I think about commitments too. I think of karmic relationships and the giving and taking of energy. But it's also very abundant because all of the cells are filled. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I do hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.